down with OTC? Down with OTC. OTC. Are you down with OTC? Are you down with OTC? OTC. Are you down with OTC? Down with OTC. Down with OTC.
Yo, welcome to On the Chain. This is Jeff here with co-host Chip. There he is. What is up, Chip? Man,
what is up, beautiful On the Chain people? How are you tonight?
Tonight, the peoples.
I love
all the OTC peoples. What is going on? Welcome. Man, today is a big day. Man, more than 637 when I did it earlier. It's probably close to like 650% year to date on the XRP. Big news with the coin. Opened at 250, but there was no way you're going to get it at 250 because it went right to 391, back to 328. Gensler confirmed. Hester Pierce with her safe harbor, and Kraken might leave the U.S. All that and more. You guys ready? We're going to do this. Let's go.
Welcome to On the Chain with Jeff and Chip.
What is up, Chip?
What is going on, Jeffrey?
What is going on? Man, today is a good day. Jeffrey.
What's up, Jeffrey?
I was supposed to be Jeffrey with a G.
Oh, really? Did you know what a famous Jeffrey was? That Toys R Us line was named Jeffrey
Giraffe.
With a G. He was a Jeffrey, right?
Jeffrey Giraffe. That's right.
And he was with a G.
Man, I used to love that.
Named after the Toys R Us Giraffe.
I was named after the Toys R Us Giraffe.
I knew that. I knew there was something going on.
Yep.
There's something. I gotta tell you. I mean, every day is getting crazier for me, Jeff. I mean, every time I look at the charts, every time. So I wake up in the middle of the night. This has been happening like I guess the last couple nights. Usually I sleep right through like a baby. And I grab my phone. I see that XRP is $1.93, and I'm like,
boom, 193.
Riveted.
And you get that kind of a comment from SP.
SP, thank you very much. We are the slowest growing channel in YouTube history. Earth. We have that. We have that designation. We own it.
That record.
You're not taking it from us. Don't even try. Somebody spins up a YouTube channel, Jeff, and they've got 30,000 subs in like 3 weeks, and I don't even know what they're streaming about.
Man, it's quality, not quantity.
Well, it's better to have a show about, I don't even know. Maybe it's better to have a show about nothing. I mean, it worked out well for Seinfeld all those years. But Jeff, look at this.
You woke
XDC.
up at 3 a.m.
Yeah, I was doing, and then when I got up, I was like, wait a minute, what happened to the pump? I finally woke up and it was like, it had gone womp womp. But I just saw a tweet. Bubba Cox just tweeted. He said that we're like 3 cents away from the pump from 24 hours ago. And everyone's like, oh man, we're going back to 3 cents. We're like, we're 3 cents away from the pump that happened yesterday. It was 24 hours ago. But that's what's happening in crazy crypto land. But look at this. XDC is up 30%. It's about to hit 11 cents right now.
And I'm fired up with the X's. The X's are doing well, man. XRP, XLM, and XDC.
That's right. And awesome. UBX.
And UBX, which has an X at the end. It has an X. John, y'all should put that on a shirt. I don't know what part it was, but throwback. Put up what we said that should be on a shirt. It's probably something we said.
At some point, it'll all be on a shirt. We'll just have like a merch store to be like just
have nothing but shirts.
Scrolling and lines.
We should do an entire show just on shirts.
You know, it's like we just have like we almost did that the other day. We introduced it on Monday. I got to tell you, I'm really excited about it. You guys are taking to the merch. So we're super excited about it. We saw a lot of people getting merch.
Al Lin, all the way from Taiwan. Oh, there we go. Oh, man, there you go. The slowest growing YouTube channel. Boom. I love it, man. On the chain, the slowest growing. Dude, document that. We got to put that one down. I love it.
OTC, slowest growing YouTube channel. Thank you.
That's freaking awesome.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. Yeah. So before we go any further, I have to say, I like to start the show out with a little bit of a bang here. I'm going to try something a little bit different here, see if this works. You know what could always happen is I could always freeze up, but where is, you know what, Jeff, we're going to have to do it because I don't. Mant. Me. That's coming this weekend. That's going to be on the merch store. We're going to have the Mimi, but we got to like really brainstorm this thing. It should be like,
just be cool.
Yeah, it's got to be cool. It's got the Mimi we got. We have to like figure out how that works, you know?
That's it.
Is it, you know, how is it exactly? I think that's what we have to sort of figure out.
Yep.
You know, because it can't just be me on a street.
Dude, get Alex Mashinsky back on instant 50x. If we get Alex on a live stream, Alex was a lot of fun to talk to.
He really is just one of my
super down to earth. He was awesome.
Yeah. Just a favorite. Yeah, just a really amazing human being, you know, on so many different levels. So let's see if this works, Jeff. Let's see if this works. I've never done this before. So
freeze up.
I might. So let's play this. So this is kind of self-explanatory, but let's trip through it.
Brad Mills, I've been waiting a little bit to send you this video. Actually,
so this is a YouTuber. This is
great.
This is a YouTuber, and he's not really like a crypto guy. He likes crypto, but he's really successful YouTuber in the space, top influencer, but not really like known for a crypto guy. So this is, if you guys haven't seen this is just fantastic. Here we go.
I've been waiting a little bit to send you. Hi, Brad Mills. I've been waiting a little bit to send you this video. Actually, it's not been that long. It's been less than 3 months. On January 17th, I bought 1 million XRP for $276,000. And you responded by saying, wow, you're such a scrub, a reprehensible influencer. You're going to directly cause some of your followers to have significant financial losses. I hope nobody commits suicide when XRP goes to 1 penny and they bought in when they saw how much you put in.
Oh, the voice is the best part.
God. I love his voice. I love his commentary.
Influencer, you're going to go directly cost some of your followers significant. Can you imagine someone banging that out? Brad Mills. Okay, so this gets even better. This is fantastic. Yeah.
Listen, Brad, I'm just an influencer. I'm just a YouTuber. But you, sir, seem to be a very credible investor. I mean, look at this. You're even followed by him? Wow, you have credibility. Brad, The million
love it.
XRP that I
Voices are
bought for
great.
$276,000 is now worth $2 million in under 3 months. Hi, Brad.
That is just
Oh
fantastic.
my god, that's freaking hilarious.
That's that video feature. We've never played that before. It's better to download a video. It seems to work better, Jeff.
It does. It definitely does.
That punked him
Download
so
it and
hard,
play it.
man.
Oh, that was the best.
Well, if he, the thing is, he's so Brady's saying how much flair does he have? The thing is, he bought it in January.
He bought it too late. He got none.
If he bought it back in December, like December 9th, 10th, whatever, he would have been in there. But no, he bought it in January. And, but it wasn't just that one guy. He did that video on the one guy, but he does a full-length video where a lot of people are like, the BTC Maxers are like, you're the dumbest person. You don't know that coins. By the way, so I hit my BTC Maxi buddy the other day, and I'm like, hey, man. I said, hey, by the way, have you seen XRP? It's bested. And this is when it like blew it into like third position. I go, it's so far, it's beat Bitcoin on the year, on the 6 month, on the 1 year, on the 1 month. It's beat Ether. It's beat everybody. It's the king. It's the new king. And he goes, so there's like a long delay in the response. And he finally hits me back with, it won't last. I'm like, what? He goes, that coin's not going to last. It's going to zero. I was like, well, dude, what? It's like, it's going right to zero. I'm like, what the hell? I'll sue my flare for $2 million. Yeah, I would sell it.
Hang on. I'm just trying to go through the, hang on. Where is it? There we go.
Pumps the third of those two Muppets. Waldorf, Stout, what is his name? Waldorf, Statler and Waldorf. Yeah. Hey, can anybody go? Well, let's hope it does. We had a good pump yesterday. Can anybody? I've seen some rumors out there on Twitter. Can you guys? Since anybody have a Kraken account, they can log in. Someone said on the down low that the Kraken's been offering the ability to buy XRP, but I don't know if that's someone based in the U.S. or if that's maybe they opened it up. If you guys are in the U.S. and you have a Kraken account, can you go check on that? Because I just saw this before going live here, and I want to make sure. My friend just asked.
Sorry, where'd they go?
My friend just asked how he can buy 100K in XRP. Now they're all coming in.
The same one. I was clicking the exact same one.
How can they come in?
100K? Easy.
My best buddy from college finally goes in. He's like, he goes, I bought an ETH, I bought this, I bought that. And he goes, in all caps, I bought Doge. And I'm like, just laughing. I'm like,
the Doge.
You see the monster crate? I said, dude, you're just lucky that Doge has a use case now. And thank God,
It does have a use case.
It's got a wicked use case. I like that. I like that, Robert. Everyone's coming off from the good. Oh, wait a minute. Aren't you that crazy XRP person that's like all into XRP? Wait. Are you that person that's into Bitcoin? Bitcoin. The Bitcoin. If you're talking to Jeff, you got to put the in front of it. Put the Bitcoin in front of it.
It's not just any Bitcoin. It's the Bitcoin.
And then you're talking to Jeff about it.
That's right.
The Bitcoin.
That's how you can differentiate.
So, speaking of Bitcoin, Jeff, how do I get rid of this Bitcoin thing? Remove from the studio. Yep. Okay. Then I share it again. Then I share the screen. And then I share this. So this right here, this is Dan Moorhead, from Pantera Capital. He goes, this is great, though. He goes, this is getting ridiculous. A year ago, we predicted Bitcoin hitting $62,968 this week. It just did. The Bitcoin rally is exactly like the previous halvings, likely to reach 115,000. Oh, sorry about that. So I thought I'd shown it by August. It doesn't matter if you read it or not. I mean, it doesn't matter if you see it or not. April 2020 investor letter. So look at this. Check this out.
Dude, hey, it happened. Hey, it happened. Hang on. We got to switch it up. Pause for 1 second. Hold that thought because it might not last long. Look where XRP is. Look where XRP is right there. Look at that. You see that?
Number 3, baby.
Number 3. It just happened. It was just.
Well, when it gets to 190-ish, I can't believe it's already at 2,500.
Oh, it's crazy. And Binance at 547. I thought Binance for sure was going to be 600. But, man, 186 on the XRP, 2,500 almost on Ethereum, and Bitcoin going to, well, it's at 63, but that number 3 spot, man, that's a critical spot to be in. So,
Well, look, go back to the market cap on that. Let's look at this again. Let's just check the cap. How far away are we from ETH now? Now that that's go up to the right. There we go. Oh yeah, we got a ways to go.
hang on.
Well, look at the 24-hour volume.
There you go. Look at that.
85.
24-hour. Man, wasn't it like 11? It was 11 yesterday.
Yeah, it's pumping pretty hard, man.
24 billion.
But can you believe that there's that much volume in Bitcoin though?
Big,
I mean, you don't have to trade too many of them to get to that number, really.
So you got Bitcoin at 1.1 trillion market cap, ETH at 284, and XRP at 85 billion, trailed by BNB at 84. Man, it's neck and neck, and then the separation, until you get to the next one over
really
here at the Cardano, man, it's like half. Yeah,
and then from there it really starts deflating after that.
Oh yeah, then it's. This whole thing is just based on market cap, so
yeah. Well, I mean, that's what's happening.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff.
So I mean, this is kind of creepy. Like I think he's freaked out. Like no one ever expects you to hit this, and he basically just about nailed it. So I mean, so now if you're to believe, basically by December 15th of 2021, we could be looking at 115,000 Bitcoin. Now, wouldn't that be something? And then I saw something earlier where they were projecting this bull run out to like October, November. Now, I don't know what that's based on, charts or reading, but wow, man. I mean, can you imagine this every single day after 3+ years of like, and buying dips and everything? And it's like, holy cannoli. It's just amazing. Let me see. Oh, man, XDC just hit 11 cents.
11 on the XDC. Holy 11, cow.
11.2. That is incredible.
Man, stuff is happening today.
It's up 33% on the 24 hours. That's insane. That's besting everything right now and right there. Holy cow, that is something else.
What did I just? I don't know what happened here.
Jeff, I don't know. I don't know. I can't tell. I can't know.
Like the wrong thing. I hit buy.
By the way,
Jeff, 11 cents.
Yeah, before you do that, I just want to. So I had quoted this tweet saying this. I found, Kevin Kelly. I think he was the publisher of I don't know, one of those cool like future magazines. He said any believable prediction will be wrong. Any correct prediction will be unbelievable, and he is right. Unbelievable. This guy nails it. He was getting ridiculous. I think it's weird if you creep yourself out. You're like, yeah, it's gonna do this, or you predict the game score, and it's like exactly the same. You're like, it's a little bit creepy. You can get to that. To that one little place where you go like, there's a whole. It's a whole.
Tad.
But I wanted
quick shout out to the XRP speedboat for the 1111. Love the 1111.
1111 is badass.
For me.
That is awesome, man. You know what's great about that speedboat? That is like everyone has like a thing, and that's like your thing. Like nobody can take that away. You're 1111.
Dude, how about the clock, man? Every time I walk into a room, it's 11:11. I mean, it's in the morning, in the evening.
Really?
But I look at the clock, it's 11:11. What's that? No, I'm not.
So this
clock isn't in the bedroom. Good clock could be in any room.
So this now we're on the whole thing of Bitcoin. It's like a lot of people have been wrong about Bitcoin, but how wrong? Well, let's see.
Oh, there we
go. It
says,
the LUTs were abundant, but frankly, it's time for Bitcoin to go. This is Adrian Covert, award-winning author. How wrong was he? Let's look.
Let's see how very wrong it was.
There's the red dot over there. Look, it's gone. Awesome. It's gone. And it's completely...
Adrian, can we take his award away?
Was precisely 630,555% wrong.
Oh my God.
Who else? Let's see. With Jim Rogers, he's an American investor. Those guys who use cryptocurrency think they're smarter than governments. How wrong was he? Let's see.
Wow.
Yeah. That's where he was. And this is June of 2020.
Nice.
9,000. That's how wrong he was. Precisely 575% wrong. Who else? How about Taylor Owen, writer advice? Bitcoin may very well die. How wrong was he? You see that? Look at the dot.
Oh, that was 2014.
It was $561, Jeff.
Man.
How wrong was he? 11,123. I had so much fun like this. Who else? Let's see. How about Ed Butowski? He's the wealth manager for ultra high net worth people. The rich people. He says Bitcoin will end up virtually worthless, just like Tumblr. How wrong was he?
Let's see.
He was exactly 528% wrong. Who else? Well, let's do a couple more. Peter Cohen teaches strategic decision making. Bitcoin is more likely to go bankrupt than to challenge the dollar as a means of payment. Let's see, Peter here. You don't see the red dot anymore.
Oh my God.
Hang on a second.
2011.
Let's see. Can I don't even think I can click on it. It's too small. I don't even know what I can't even. It's not click. Oh, there it is. Oh no.
She said.
Hang on. Here it is. $17. You could buy Bitcoin in 2011 for $17, Jeff.
That's right.
How wrong?
That's right.
371,596%. Anyway, that was a little bit of fun. I just enjoyed this.
That.
If you guys want to have some fun with this, just to show your friends and how wrong everyone's been about predicting Bitcoin's death, it's got a great URL. It's called bitcoinisdead.lol. I just put it in the chat.
Nice.
There you go. Knock yourselves out. Anywho.
You see that? We got XRP bags in here. We got James, XRP. James rule.
So yeah, I like fun things like this.
So today was an interesting day. So from the morning, waited for the market to open. I didn't expect Coinbase to launch until around 12:30, 1 o'clock. It went live at like precisely 1:28, somewhere in there. And when it launched, you know, what I expected, they were talking about a $250 open. It went from $250 within that minute to $391. So there was really no expectation or no chance of actually capturing any of this coin on launch at under $300.
Look at the high, Jeff.
But you can see, look at that, the high right there at $424. It ramped up. I mean, there was no expectation. It did not open at that time. It opened right around here. It ramped up immediately. And then look at what happened the rest of the day. Bump, bump.
As I predicted. Pull right back.
I saw it at the 391 spot by the time I was able to log in again. And then and I was constantly refreshing. I was ready to go. And then I watched it. Bup, 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 bup. And there you go at its low point, $310.
That sounds like our opening. Bump, 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 bump,
bump, bump, bump, bump, bump.
Are you down with the OTC?
So $429 on the high, $310 on the low. Why? Because it actually did not open at $250.
The previous close. previous close.
Look at the open, $381. That's I guess that's kind of where I logged in.
How about the poor person that bought it?
Boom.
How about if somebody put 5,000 shares on 429? This is very similar to how Facebook went. Really high, went down. A lot of people, big sell off, and then over time it just gradually worked its way back.
So now I'm not a player until a little while. I'm gonna watch it and see what happens. I mean, here's your aftermarket. So the aftermarket, here's where we go now. Aftermarket, you know, it's interesting because look where it's at. It's sitting there in that 340. Now 338, where we sit right now in aftermarket. We'll see what happens early morning. I don't know what to expect. I really don't. I don't know where Coinbase goes from here. But what is interesting though, and I think this is key, is that they're FOMOing all over the place. Coinbase blockbuster debut is a watershed for crypto, but they're obviously there's risks ahead. So to get into it, but there was a picture. Where's the picture? Oh, I guess the picture isn't here, but you have the Coinbase team, getting all fired up, excited, man. I mean, that's a big day for them, really, really big day for them. Yeah. With Bitcoin, getting close to 64, the whole market moving in a positive direction, but man, I think this is a big deal. And then they have the kind of the want moment. Regulation. Earlier this year, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen warned in her confirmation hearing that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are mainly used for illicit activity and that the government may need to curtail their use. So obviously they got to throw that plug in there because she came in there, guns blazing, and then they kind of slapped her into place and said, wait a minute, you can't say that. And then she came back and said, oh, well, maybe I made a mistake and there is a potential use and blah, 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 whatever. But this is, man, one of the biggest moments right now for crypto in the mainstream, not for crypto itself, but in the mainstream. What are your thoughts?
I have to say that I was pretty impressed with Brian Armstrong's, usually on a day like this where you become a multimillionaire, like really big, you really go to a next echelon. So, and you don't know what somebody to say. He put out an amazing thread. I thought it was really well done because everyone's like, an overnight success. You got to remember how Brian Armstrong started this thing. And I think people would have a little bit more respect if they knew kind of his story. I think it's worth kind of tripping through here. But I said an overnight success took years of hard work and believing in oneself. Let me show this thread because I find him to be come across as very humble in this. He said it's obviously a big moment for Coinbase. We become a public company, but it's also a big one for crypto. All started with a Bitcoin white paper 12 years ago, deceptively simple, 9-page document by Satoshi Nakamoto that ignited this global movement. Coinbase journey started when I read the Satoshi white paper while I was home for Thanksgiving in 2010. As I read it, I realized that crypto had the power to unlock a future where economic freedom was a reality for everyone. Do you see that statement, Jeff? What do you think about that?
It's unreal. I mean, that's spot on. Crypto has the power to unlock a future where economic freedom was a reality for everybody, and that's it for everyone. Well, paraphrasing a little, but it's so true because you go around the world and Bitcoin, crypto, XRP, Ethereum, all the others have become an international phenomenon. And that's what we have here. Everybody give a shout out where you guys are from, would be kind of an opportune time. We have people from all over the world on our channel that are tuning in and listening and participating. This is global, and people want that economic freedom. They don't want to be tied down and under the oppressor's thumb. And you could be in a capitalist society, you could be in a communist society, but there's always a level of oppression, economic oppression, because we even saw it with the whole GameStop thing and the SEC against Ripple, the SEC against the GameStop clan, where it doesn't have any appearance that they're there to support and protect the retail investor. They're there to squash the retail investor and tell them what's good for them and say, we're here to protect you and you're going to do as we say because we don't want you to make so much money. We want to leave that for the corporates. They can make so much money, but you can't.
Look at this. If anything is anticipated, become excited about, it's the total market cap of crypto suggests that about 0.5% of maybe a little over 0.5% of the world's wealth is in the market so far. So people keep asking me. My buddy said, "Hey, how are we doing? Man, I'm too late. I missed it. I couldn't get my stuff together. I knew I wanted to do this weeks ago, and I missed the rise." Another buddy of mine, longtime buddy from New York, hit me up and said, "I screwed up. I'm such an a-hole." And I'm like, dude, we're walking down to our seats at the first inning of a baseball game. Give me a break,
man. Check this out. Justin, you're welcome for talking you out of selling at 89 cents.
There you
That's
go.
a good. I like that statement.
Beautiful. Yeah, you are welcome. Absolutely. 89 cents. Right on, man. And let's go on with this a little bit. If you could remove that. I don't know where you got that from.
Michigan.
Michigan's in the house. Yeah. So
Michigan.
Well, that's really what it was. Unlocking the future, economic freedom. And that's really kind of how everything birthed with Bitcoin. It's driven me ever since. I believe this is Brian Armstrong saying, I believe creating more economic freedom is one of the biggest meta problems of our time. It has so many positive downstream effects in society. And of course, he's showing, different countries around the world. You can see score-based, based on how they're ranked. Hong Kong, you look over here at North Korea, Cuba, Venezuela, Zimbabwe, Iran, Argentina. And he says, while the Coinbase app evolved a lot since then, it was first called BitBank until I learned that bank carries a very specific legal regulatory definition. So right back then, there was that whole regulatory thing going on. The mission is the same, to increase economic freedom in the world. After reading it, started coding an early prototype of Coinbase on nights and weekends, began attending early Bitcoin meetups around the Bay Area, San Francisco. Eventually, I was accepted at Y Combinator, which is a startup, which I had the chance to go to Y Combinator and actually watch some pitches in the Bay Area, and got the courage to quit my job at Airbnb. Imagine he's working at Airbnb, a really successful startup. He's seeing a massive growth of that. He goes to Bitcoin meetups and says, wait a minute, this before anybody else sees it. And that's really what it is. I got to go pursue this crazy idea. Hard to overstate how bad of an idea everybody thought Coinbase was. Friends in tech said they didn't get it or it was a scam. Sound familiar? I had a lot of self-doubt personally. I thought that maybe I was crazy for being interested in it. I'm forever thankful to a bunch of people. These are the people who helped him out early. This is, I don't know who that is. Oh, that's Paul Graham. Obviously, he runs Y Combinator. You got Sam Altman, Gary Tan, and then you've got the Y Combinator crew for giving me a chance, guiding me. They put $150K in the first check. Helped him get started. He was the first legitimizer of the crazy idea. Here is Paul Graham helping me practice my first day. I watched this demo day. It was actually pretty good for somebody who just got started. Next decision I had to make, probably the most impactful on Coinbase today, choice of a co-founder. So man, he has ideas. He's got to go out and interview 50 people to be a co-founder. He says, I wanted somebody I could trust implicitly, balance my strengths and weaknesses, share my vision. After meeting more than 50 partners, potential partners, it's not like a lot like dating. I met this gentleman right here, which you guys know he's moved on, but this is Brett Ersham. He's moved on to be another founder of another project. But there they are, just two guys standing in an apartment somewhere. Our first office was a lot like San Francisco, right? I mean, look at this. I mean, this is humble, man. And a lot of times people think, oh, you know, Coinbase and that. He said first office was a small loft in San Francisco's Soma district. Quickly outgrew. We had early employees working in the laundry room between washing cycles and the bathroom and the hallways. Some even camped out on the roof. The hours were long. Work was hard. Employees eating and sleeping in the office was not uncommon. We made it work because we're all bound by common mission. Many had to take part of their salary in Bitcoin, including myself. So this isn't a new concept. Back then, they were taking their salary in Bitcoin.
It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing, this whole thing. Fast forward a couple crypto cycles, we knew Coinbase set out to achieve with a passport in our suitcase. Who's this right here? Dan Romero spent months meeting with our regulators and banks through the UK and the EU. Secured our first banking relationship outside the US.
What a story, man.
I mean, this whole thing, we're not going to go through the whole thing. It's a lot of reading, but I find them to be pretty humble. And what an amazing tweet thread to throw out on the day that you became a multimillionaire, right?
Well, I think he's already a multimillionaire. I think
he is, but he's not paid,
they're putting up
well.
some big numbers. Yeah, but they're still putting up some big numbers.
They are, but if you look at the people in the organization, obviously he had to give up a lot to get where he is. He has a smaller chunk than you might think. I've seen the breakdown before, and that was pretty like, but that's what he had to do to grow it to this size. So. He gets back into his main statement. Crypto can provide the basis of economic freedom to anyone. Property rights, sound money, free trade, ability to work how and where they want. And it's interesting that all of this stuff is there. Society, and this right here, and this is why I have a new respect for him. Societies with a greater economic freedom have higher GDP growth and life expectancy, less war and corruption, better treatment of the environment, and higher income of the poorest 10% in society. Higher economic freedom correlates with the kind of societies that we all aspire to create. Our job at Coinbase is to help make this future a reality. Strong stuff. Thoughts, Jeff, on that?
Humble.
Right?
And Stell says, reminds me of myself currently. Thanks, I won't give up.
Don't give up, man.
It's amazing. It really is. When you see the stories of a lot of these creators, you know, they are relatively humble. You know, it's when, you know, all the success comes and they forget their humble roots. That's when things kind of become unhinged. But many of them, you know, started from these beginnings. You know, you look at the majority of companies, you know, they started, you know, you go back to like a Bill Gates in Microsoft, you know, he started in his garage, you know, Apple started in the garage. These guys, you know, building out Coinbase in the infancy of the crypto space. You know, he goes home for Thanksgiving and realizes that there's an opportunity here. And then he acts on the opportunity and starts going after and finding people to share in his dream and his vision. I mean, it really is. I mean, that, you know, that is what I want to say, you know, but that's what America's all about, you know, where you have a dream, you have a vision, you go out and build it. What is unique right now is that those types of visions can be had anywhere in the world, and people can build on the blockchain and create and develop something in DeFi and finance, and do something that will really be something that's added value as this whole space grows. But you couldn't necessarily say that before,
No.
and I think that as these bigger organizations start coming in, they're going to leverage their influence, and they're going to try to block some of the other developers that are in the space, because you see Uganda's on the map. We see that Nigeria's on the map. We see, other countries around the world, even that bank over in Thailand, they're starting to look into DeFi. People are building and developing because it can happen anywhere in the world right now. It's in its infancy. Now's the time to do it. 100%.
It absolutely is. Webby, thank you for that 449. 4 and 4 is 8 plus 9 is 17. Is that 17? 9, 7, 6, 7, 1, 7. Yeah, that's right.
8 is 17.
That's
17.
right. I'm just adding those numbers. I like just messing around with numbers there. Look at Ryan Lewis says, I'm just 24 years old. I want to be able to say to every member of my family, well, be careful about that. Some members, might want to pull that back a little bit. It's quit your job, house paid off, do whatever you dreamed of.
That's right.
I don't know. Maybe they dreamed of having everything you have. That's one of the things that could be weird about it. But no, I think that's that's a fantastic one. He's got Scooby-Doo. Zoinks.
You can do it. You can do it.
Hey, Scoob.
The supercar.
I love Scooby-Doo. I watched so much Scooby-Doo growing up. XRP Superstar with the $3. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. $3. Hey, Scoob.
Ronnie Size says 449 is a reptilian lizard number.
Holy, that's a deep one. Anywho, look at this.
We're come up with something like that. What's happening here?
Jay Clayton. He's So let's look at this right here. Senator Cynthia Loomis, who we all know is big time into blockchain. She said, if we want to keep pace with China, we must provide legal clarity to the digital asset industry. While the SEC has a reputation as a black hole for innovators, Gary Gensler recognizes the potential of digital assets. I look forward to discussing with him how Wyoming can serve as America's blueprint for responsible innovation. How do you like that, Jeff? How she threw that in there?
I like that. I think, they're so far ahead of everything, so we're going to have to see what happens now that Gensler's in. I think we're putting there's a lot of individuals out there that are putting a lot of, power in his appointment here with big expectation. We might want to scale back our expectation just a little bit. Once he kind of takes over, there's a couple cases, and let's see where everything ends up, in the space. Overall, man, I think it's definitely an opportune time. You have somebody that taught and is very familiar with the blockchain tech and the crypto tech, but that just because he taught it and was familiar with it doesn't also necessarily mean that he's a proponent of everything that's going on in this space, especially as he's a representative now of the SEC. We don't know exactly where the winds are going to take him, but man, let's wanted to get into Hester Pierce. Let's talk about that. I think that'd be a good segue with the token safe harbor proposal 2.0.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, yeah, big want. But I just wanted two quick tweets here.
All right.
And here we go, real quick one. So you guys, if you're outside the US, you may not know who this is, but this right here is Guy Fieri. He does a TV show. He's a TV presenter here in the States. He does, he visits all these crazy places. And my favorite taco joint, my wife and I go to, he gave it just an amazing review. He goes in there and he starts eating stuff. He's a little nutty. He looks nutty. He's like rolling out to the moon, the Dogecoin. So he's wearing the suit with the little Doge logo and everything. That was one of the first ones. And then I wanted to just put this, because this ties in with what we're going to talk about next, Jeff. But right after he got confirmed, I put this tweet out. Finally, Gary Gensler is the new SEC chair. Will Gensler's first move to drop the SEC versus Ripple case, or will Gensler continue the litigious nature of the SEC? Keep in mind that the SEC versus library happened after Jay Clayton left the building, and that was something you pointed out last night, Jeff.
That's right.
left the building, and they're like, they're still suing people, man. Let's go after library.
Let's
and they're
go,
like,
let's go get them all.
Jay Clayton, he's a reptilian nut job. And they're like, meanwhile, they're like, the acting someone who's acting as the chair is doing some kind of thing, and now they're going after library. We had what was his name? Jeremy, was his name Hoffman, the CEO. We had him on the chain. He was on the chain. He was really cool. And all of our stuff's over there. All of our stuff's decentralized.
It's on library. It's all being replicated
library.
and duplicated over on the library.
And that's one of the things he built. That's why he knew. He says, like, how can I make life easier for creators? Well, how about if we never have to post there? Yeah, okay. So we just were able to connect our channel right to the library, and our whole freaking every video we have,
everything we do goes to the library.
Went to the blockchain.
Sweet.
That's that I like. That I like a lot. So, and then we're earning money over there. We're earning like whatever their crypto native crypto thing is.
Not 100% sure.
I think it's magic. You want to show them that shirt real quick?
It might be. Oh, check out this shirt. Do you see that?
Can't be 100% sure, but I think it's magic. Don't forget the back, Jeff. Hang on a second.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. Oh, you got to check it out. Hang on.
Let's see. Let me. There you go. On the chain, right there. Yep. On the chain, bud.
There you go. That's the shirt. Wait, there you go. See that? That's one of many of the merch store. So you can check out the merch store at onthechain.shop. If you throw that one up there, and it's very, very cool. Hey, if you're brand new to On the Chain, first time on the stream, first time participating, go ahead and look for that red button that says subscribe on it. Click the subscribe button, then hit the little bell notifier, and every time we go live, you'll actually be notified. It's kind of cool. YouTube does that. It's pretty amazing.
Did you know that, Jeff?
I did not know that he's a Doge bag holder.
It's all making sense.
That's very, very interesting. Rob XRP with a 589. Keep up the great work, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Really, really cool. So check this out. All right. So the Hester Pierce, some call her crypto mom, others call her the crypto enforcer.
Yes.
So now here's the question. So we know that she's come out with some real positive statement as it pertains to crypto, and everyone kind of gravitated to what she had to say and said, hey, because she's saying it, this is, big news and everything. So she released this statement on GitHub, an updated version of her token safe Harbo proposal. Now, here's the question. Is she doing this in her official capacity as a commissioner of the SEC, or did she post this as Hester M. Pierce, citizen of the U.S., interested in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space?
We'll have to wait. We haven't got the official ruling yet from Gary Gensler, because she was just no. She was just it was a cool idea. If she's putting it's funny. She put 2.0 out, the new version of it, which guess what, Jeff, has more restrictions. Isn't that interesting? Restrictions and reporting and all this other BS.
We got to restrict it.
It sounds like it has a little bit of blessing, maybe some advanced conversations like, oh, we just got to tighten this up. We got to make it more government-like. We ought to do? There's got to be reporting involved. There's got to be this involved. You can't do that. And of course, it ends up being garbage.
3 significant changes. First, to enhance token purchaser protections, they must tell everybody and the government involved what they are buying. Now requires semi-annual updates to the plan of development disclosure and a block explorer. What does that even mean? Second, in response to concerns about the lack of clarity at what happens at the end of the 3-year grace period, that was her initial proposal, 3-year grace period for an ICO.
Sounded
the
really
Safe
good.
Harbor proposal now includes an exit report requirement. Okay, what does that mean? I don't even know what that means. The exit report would include either an analysis by outside counsel explaining why the network is decentralized or functional, or an announcement that tokens will be registered under the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. I mean, why is this even a positive thing? Why not just go to Congress as the commissioner of the SEC that's pro-crypto and say, hey, guys, you know what? It's your job to create some clarity. It's our job to work within that framework to rule on it and do our job. but she's putting this together, and I'm not seeing this as a net positive. I'm looking at, says, it's just kind of a little bit of fluff. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm reading into it wrong. I need to analyze it a little bit further. But third, the exit report requirement provides guidance on what outside counsel's analysis should address when explaining why the network is decentralized. So she gives a company a 3-year grace period after their ICO. Now, after that, now they got to go back and prove why they were decentralized to begin with. Now the SEC could come out and say, no, we disagree. We disagree, and that's it, and we're going to sue you.
Well, part of the problem yeah, Jeff, I mean, you're bringing up a good point. The problem that I have with this whole thing is that what is the SEC doing making regulations? The SEC is supposed to protect investors. That's their mission statement, protect investors. Now they're like becoming litigious. They're suing everybody. They're going after everybody. And now they feel like it's almost like, this is why I've never been a fan of like presidential executive orders. They go like, Congress needs to act. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, what's this over here? Looks like a pen. What is this? It looks like a piece of paper, Jeff. A pen and a paper, and I'll just, we'll just do this. See, that's not cool, man. So they feel like they have to take it upon themselves. Well, we got Gary Gensler, and he is pro-crypto, and now we are going to do something spectacular. We've got this 3-year. You're right. They shouldn't be doing it at all. And this is really, you want to see somebody sums it up in 3 tweets? Look at this. Check this out. 3 tweets, Jeff. All of that stuff you just read, here it is right here. It's all right there.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Most significant changes: mandatory semi-annual updates to the plan of development disclosure and a block explorer, an exit report requirement with analysis by outside counsel. Jeff, by the way, you're going to play the role of the SEC. Hang on. You play the role of the SEC. I'm going to play the role of the outside counsel and ask me if it's decentralized.
Is your project decentralized?
Yeah, it is.
Awesome.
That's it.
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Can you provide a report to prove why you believe that your project is decentralized?
I have it right here. And then explain why the network is decentralized or functional. Well, it is functional because it's working. I mean, decentralized. Well, we have validator nodes, and the company doesn't own any, or we have. I mean, that's going to take. That's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah, but you know how the SEC is going to respond, Chip?
How?
What?
The usual, sir. Please.
Oh yeah, this is my favorite, man. Yes, please. Holy crap, that is freaking funny, dude. Do you have the rest of that clip, or is that just it?
No, I clipped it all out.
Oh, that's the best part. One more time, Jeff. That was fantastic.
One more time. One more time.
Yes, Max L. That was a Max L.
The usual, sir. Please.
Jeff, how did you catch me there? Please.
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 Hello.
The usual, sir. Please.
Please. Holy cow, that's wacky stuff.
Oh, that's great.
Speedbo wants me to sell the pen. Hell no, man. No way. You don't want this pen. This pen is writing magical stuff, man. It's going to change the world. Yeah, Gensler may not be. Look at this. Ray Run says Gensler may not be pro crypto companies. You're right. You know what's funny is like, have you ever?
Exactly.
You never see somebody like it. Like this is a good example. Like one of your like colleagues at the office or wherever you work. Like you see them in an official capacity. They're like, yeah, and everything's like by the book. But then you see them out somewhere and they're like, dancing around. They got like a tie wrapped around their head at the annual Christmas party. People play certain roles like in different parts of life. The way I am here is not the same way. Well, sometimes, but the way I'm doing a presentation for a lot of people, I am a little bit more professional where I will talk and move it. But sometimes you go jokes and whatever, but there's a different role. It's like a little more serious. They joke a little bit. You kind of get a little bit more fun. But Gensler, you saw the taste of him. He's up there on stage. Well, this and that and all these other things. And he was like this. He was like sweating bullets or like little things of sweat coming down his forehead when they were like grilling him at the hearing, the first hearing, right? It was like everything by the book. We must enforce everything. Whatever it is, the 1933 securities law, we will enforce it. So he was like, right? Dealing with politicians, slow as molasses, and you're paying a lobbyist. That is absolutely right. Ray Run is nailing it today, man.
He's nailing it.
Nailing it. So what I'm worried about is like right now they say, well, you know, it's just and you got to report, and then you got to have this and semi-annual, then you got to go through all the like. It's just starting to like put the squeeze on. You know, they're starting to like pinch it already, and then the 3.0 is going to require that. Look, man. Let companies go. Get rid of the regulations. If someone steps out of place, you bang them in the head with a paper. That's it.
Okay, Crypto Novice Kim has a good question. Sorry if this is a stupid question. No questions are stupid. But can Gensler do whatever he likes, or does he have anyone to answer to?
Us. That's what he has to answer to. Right here, us.
He's going to answer to the on-the-chain community. That's right.
This is the community in general, man. I mean, the people.
They still have to function within the system, and he's going to function based on the existing laws. And the existing laws that they go back to, that they keep referencing, as Hester Pierce is referencing. She's talking about, wrong Zoom. Hang on a second. My mouse is going crazy. Hang on a second. There we go. Wait. There we go. She's referencing the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. Can you imagine that? I mean, this is our reference point, right? So if our reference point is 1934 and the Securities Act of 1933, I mean, where they didn't even have movies. I mean, they had movies back then, right? They were they were silent movies back in the 30s. Did they have movies back then?
20s,
I don't even know. Back in the 30s, 1930. So could you imagine? I mean, this is what the SEC has to rule on. This is what they're making, their decisions based on. And all some of those within Congress, like Warren Davidson and Darren Soto, and others that we've talked about, all they want to do is create a little bit of an addendum to the Securities Act and make a little bit of a change and add some language and a little bit of a position on the digital asset space. That's it. But how do you exist from 1934? I mean, I get it. A lot of it, you build the framework and it makes sense. But that was in the fiat brick and mortar sense. So now you have a technology that is so far removed that it doesn't necessarily relate back, and some of the functionality is different. But they're stuck within that framework. They can't function outside of it.
Right. Jeff, do you think anyone's ever like checked the fine print on there and it's like really tiny letters and like 4-point type? It says this can only be updated in 2023 or something like that. You know what I mean? It's almost like
it's there. It's on the last page. If you go to the last page, it's in that little.
It's like a little tiny thing. Hey, I thought it was in the final stretch. I don't know. I thought we'd go into some fun things here. I think you put some of these up there. On this day 15 years ago, my mom picked up the phone and interrupted a file at 96%. I've been downloading from Napster for 17 hours.
How great is that? This is 20 things that Gen Z no longer recognizes, shared by millennials. This is awesome.
It really is. And then, so we got this one here. It says, my daughter just asked why we say hang up the phone. I now feel 90. Hey, hang up that phone. I mean, push the button, please. That's a good one, right? Look at this one. How about this one? I feel sorry for Netflix era kids. They will never know the high stakes adrenaline of running to the bathroom, fridge, bedroom, and a single ad break with the beckoning call of siblings screaming, "It's on!" to send you hurtling over furniture to get back in time. Now that's what Jeff and I do when the show begins. We got that 3-minute timer, and so one of us will leave and we'll just like dive in our seat where we're doing that same thing. We got 3 minutes.
I think yesterday I came back with 30 seconds to spare.
Well, I came back that one time with 7 seconds. I was like, what? So, this is good stuff.
That's the best.
This person says, couldn't you just pause it? What? It was live TV. There was no pausing it.
Couldn't you?
This one says, oh, my sweet summer child. I am dying. What the F is burning CDs? Did you put it in a fire? So the DJ really said, where's my 2,000 babies at? And the crowd went wild. That's when I knew it was time for me to go home. 2,000 babies at? I asked my sister's daughter what this was, and she said it was a microwave.
Oh, my God. That's brilliant. That's awesome.
In the getting old department, a kid saw this and said, oh, you 3D printed the save icon.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Oh, that's awesome.
Freaking funny. So they still have it. You know what? 40 years, 30 years later, it's ridiculous.
Oh, that was great.
Asked my Gen Z niece what this is, and she said, it's one of those robotic vacuum cleaners that play music.
Oh, that's awesome.
You're just talking about your robotic vacuum the other night.
Oh,
and then we finally reached into a generation that doesn't know what MySpace is.
That's good too.
It needs an update where you can play music on your page, so when somebody comes on your page, you're going to be hearing your favorite song. Yeah, we've surpassed that. I remember everybody was friends with that one dude. My teenage daughter came in to the kitchen and said, hey, I'm watching this TV show. It's like a teen drama, but it's set in the past. I asked her what it was, and she said, Dawson's Creek. I have been alive a long time.
Oh my
God. In the past. It's like an older
past.
I really asked my 12-year-old brother what this was, and he said a printer. 90s babies confuse new generation with what this is. Boom. Remember that? That was the overhead projector in school.
Oh yeah. No,
you put the
put the little slide thingy on it.
My 9-year-old sister asked me what this was. She was shocked when I told her how we used to watch movies.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's
brilliant. That's brilliant.
I found a 90s phone that has a hashtag button on it. I thought Twitter invented hashtags.
Oh my God.
Holy cow.
That reminds me, I was with my son one time and I was telling him, I said, when I was young, we didn't have phones and tablets. Right. And he goes, well, what did you watch on then? And I'm like, oh, that's a good point. I don't know. We didn't watch on anything.
Yeah.
Watched on TV. He goes, what's TV?
Oh, I was the channel changer. It's like, can you change it to this channel? Can you change it? We had like a clicker note, just like an 8-track. You would make a loud noise, and then the channel would.
Oh my God!
Today, one of the kids I babysit asked me, "What is this lever for?" And I had to explain. It rolls the windows up and down. What does this thing do?
If you turn this thing do? I don't know.
That's one of those old-fashioned cars. My daughter asked me what this is. Cassettes, Jeff. Cassettes.
Oh, cassettes.
Come on now.
The usual, sir. Please.
Please, Jeff. Please.
That's really
asked my 6-year-old if he knew what this was. He said, it's a tape player. And then I asked, well, how do you turn it on? It's a tape player. You know, just like...
tape player.
Daughter asked me what this was for. I've never felt so old in my life. The library card, library insert.
I don't know what they do in the library now.
Oh, they've got barcodes now, Jeff. We actually.
Oh man, XRP has now fallen to the number 4 spot.
That's all right. It's going to pump hard the next 2 days, guys. So, a kid just asked me what this was, and generally shocked that phones even had cords.
What?
That's it. Remember, you would have the super long cord. Holy cow.
God.
My 9-year-old asked me what this is. When did it come out? 1955? Is it for music? Yeah, I bought that the year before you were born. Rap. A Gen Z student asked me if they use the E for the internet. And E, remember Explorer?
Oh, is that gone now? Oh, that is gone, isn't it?
It's gone. Yeah, it's gone. But anyway, Jeff.
That was awesome.
We have a little bit of fun at the end. It's always fun to have a little bit of make fun of stuff. And hey, man, I mean, things move quick.
Mail.
Yeah, you got mail.
You've got mail.
That just annoy the daylights.
I remember the first time I logged into AOL. It was so exciting.
Hey, this is one of the best points we've heard all night. Cassettes and pencils go together. Because, when it got all saggy, you had to put the pencil in. It was perfect for that because it had the little octagon shape.
And you had to twist it. Because you pull the cassette out and the stuff would be streaming out. It gets stuck in the head of the deck.
We must be old. Holy cow, man. Holy. All right, Docs. Docs Gambling says start over. What the hell? Hey, welcome to On the Chain. I'm Chip. That's Jeff.
Welcome.
Patrick Chip is here.
To talk about tonight.
In here. He goes, bro, remember the vice grips on the TV channel changer? You were closer? Yeah, I do remember that. Damn, I didn't want to get that out there. Yeah, it was vice grip because the plastic channel thing broke. So you just clamped on the vice grips and you just...
Oh, that's your brother. Oh, that's hilarious.
That's my bro, man. That's my bro.
Brother.
That's my other Chip, Patrick Chip. Yeah. Holy cow, I got blurry, Jeff.
There you go. Super blurry.
Blurred. I'm blurred. There we go. We're much better.
I thought I needed glasses.
That is a funny one. Yeah, I had to pick him out of there. We've been like, dude, I was putting stuff in there the whole time. I had him on. He came last time he was in town. He did a live stream with me.
That's funny.
That was a little bit funny.
Oh my God.
We're gonna have to. Ryan Lewis says we're gonna have to explain to our young family members that we actually used to have politicians in central governance instead of blockchain. Yes,
that's a good one.
Or
we used to have paper money. You might want to save some of your paper money and keep it somewhere safe.
Feel like this. What is this?
You can show the next year. What is this paper stuff? What's so dirty? Moldy. People used to touch their money.
Remember Netscape? It's fun tripping down memory lane, man. It really is a lot of fun.
Oh, Netscape was great. That was awesome. Yeah,
this was famous in our house. Oh. When we would get up during that break of the commercial, this was exactly what we said. Don't take my pillow. Don't take my spot. It was exactly that said every time. My brother remembers all this stuff.
Here we go, man. 179 arcades. Man, arcades by far were the greatest thing ever. You'd go there, you'd go with your parents to the mall, and they would do whatever they would do, and they would give you a $5 bill, and you'd go to the arcade with your $5 or your $1, a couple dollars, and you'd be like, oh my God. Yeah, but it was like a quarter a game. So you're like, oh, this is the greatest, and the noise, and now you go into
every kid had like a different look. One kid was real serious. One kid always had like the tongue like you know what I mean? It was like, and sometimes you just laugh at that. They were just ridiculous. Thank you, Crypto Novice Kim. Thank you very much.
Oh my God.
Stealth, thank you. Having a lot of fun here. Is that old Monopoly money? Yeah, I remember all that stuff. That was just
all
fun.
Right. So just a big, we were talking about Strong Bad the other night and the Homestar Runner. So you remember Homestar Runner and Strong Bad?
Yeah.
So big thank you. The Flash, this article just came out. The Flash icon endures as the internet rapidly changes. A big thank you to Strong Bad. It should be an NFT. That would be a nice NFT.
Well, Strong Bad can go out. You know, that's how you like did all that stuff that really didn't get the recognition. Now you start minting NFTs and we're golden.
Oh man,
it's arcades, man.
Got his old emails and all that good stuff. There's the whole crew, and it's like those are the early 2000s. So we go from like to the early, and people don't even remember this stuff.
Yeah, look at this. John Tosho says for 50 cents on a Saturday, you go to the movie matinee and buy candy or popcorn. No, those were the days. Man, those were the days. So listen, everybody, thank you so much for showing up. We'll be back tomorrow night, Thursday night.
Tomorrow night is another night.
I actually have about 35 tabs open. Like, do we really think we're going to get to all this stuff, Jeff? Apparently we do. But
yeah, we always do.
But thank you. Like, subscribe if it's your first time here. It does help us out. You guys want to come back and leave a comment. We really appreciate you guys being in here. Thank you for all the love with the super stickers and the super chats. Really helps us. And we got some more merch coming out. We'll introduce it next week. But the me. Jeff, you want to show that real quick before we get out of here?
Go check out onthechain.shop, and you go check out the merch store if you want to get.
See, that's always a bit. That's the short version. Awesome. That's the short version. That went on.
I went back and watched it. It was pretty hilarious.
The usual, sir. Please.
Please, Jeff.
All right. So tomorrow night's another night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, exclusively and only here
on
the chain.
We'll see you on the next one.
Are you down with OTC? Please like, subscribe, and click the bell to be notified when the next video drops.